go and listen to music, and we have music available to teach them how to play music, play basketball, and just be generally goofy, and that's just, a lot of fun, and we so much love it.
We're just always happy. Like, we can't wait till Thursdays and Tuesdays so we can sit here and talk to them.
The new playground up by the pool, they built that for the kids in the town. Me and my friends go up there all the time.
It's fun.
The center, it's done a lot for me. They taught me about God a lot. I've come here when I was younger to do homework and stuff on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They take us on field trips, and they try to do a lot for us since our town doesn't have a lot, and they just make everything possible for all the kids that come here. They do a food and clothing bank for people who need help, who can't afford things like that. We've helped out with that too. They have daycare, and I think they just help the community out a lot.
They've helped so many parents out. So many parents, they can't get clothes for the kids. They just come here on Mondays. Later at that night, they just come here, get some clothes. They've done so much things for all these parents in Midland.
It's good for them because this is a place that not only do they learn about who God is, which is the most important thing, but also, they develop character, they develop respect, they develop trust.
Honestly, the biggest thing I think in regards to what it means to this community is it just forges relationships with all these different kids, all these different families, all ages, all different backgrounds, and that's just huge in regards to building a community.
You start developing relationships with the kids, and it takes a while, but they start to trust you. The next thing is you become a family. Years ago, my grandson's 12 years old right now, and years ago, he was 8 months old, and I'm a mechanic by trade. I've been with the airlines for 38 years, and I've done construction and remodeling. And I took my 8-month-old grandson over to the window to the Venetian blinds, and I turned the Venetian blinds and turned them back, and I saw this spark in his eye, and I thought, this kid might have aptitude. So I took him over, and he started turning the blinds. Well, what that turned into over a period of the next 3 or 4 years is we would take his old toys, and I'd provide the tools, screwdrivers. He learned righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, how to use a ratchet. I even taught him how to use a multimeter and check whether there was continuity in a wire. And I thought to myself, that works so well with my grandson. I thought, man, I think I can adapt this to the center. So I started doing this with the kids. I went to Harbor Freight, got some tools. Everybody that I know, the people at work, they were so glad to give me everything from old computers, sweepers, you name it. And we started tearing them apart. Some of the kids will stick with it, and they're just determined. They'll go all the way through, and these kids, you can see budding mechanics. Other kids, they just want to smash something with a hammer. And other kids, they'll do part of it, and they'll get frustrated and walk away, then they'll come back. But they're all learning how to use tools. It's turning into a relationship. I'll tell you what, they captured my heart. I love the center. I love the center.
I have elderly people. I come up and get their food for them because they can't get around. I have children that I know about, so I come up and get clothes and whatnot for them. So it gives you that warm feeling,
My son's been coming down here since probably when he was real little. Now he volunteers.
In the community, I think the center is the best thing that Midland has had. They give the kids things to do instead of being in the streets and, doing all kinds of bad things. I have 2 kids. The way they have impacted my life is because, they help me out tremendously with my kids as far as the food and clothing thing. They're always praying for me. They're always there for me when I need them. When my daughter comes home from the center, she tells me things that happened in the Bible that I don't even know about, and then I go to church.
This center has been a great boom to the community. It gets the people in need.
We are happy to share the wealth that we have with whoever wants to come. They don't have to have any requirements. You just sign a name, and it doesn't even have to be your name if you don't want to. We just need to count them.
There was an original Communicycle in Aliquippa, and they started coming here and working at the center, and then we decided we wanted to start this here at the center because it just attracted a bunch of kids. And what we do is we get everything's donated. We get donated bikes, and we recycle scrap metal, and we get the money from that. And so it's pretty much self-sustaining. And then, the kids see us here, and then they bring their bikes. We fix their bikes for free. We do bike giveaways. I tutor at the center, and I've run small groups there. And they have a clothing bank here and a food bank. And I mean, these kids, we just love to love on the kids. And, you just see them coming here to the center, and they just open up, and it's awesome. The first day that we did Communicycle here, we fixed 32 bikes. After we had Communicycle here a few times, these group of boys, there was about 8 of them, they were like, how long is it gonna take you to fix that bike? We're like, it'll only take a couple more minutes. And they're like, well, hurry, because we all meet at this certain time, and we all ride together every single night. They would meet at the center, and then they all go riding their bikes together.
The kids over there, they love it. A lot of the kids who have not had home cooked meals and things like that, they all go over there, and the kids all have fun over there. They all just do amazing things with the kids. Everybody volunteers over there. The volunteer people are wonderful. My son actually is a mentor. He has a mentor from over there that he met from the center. It's just a great group of people. If you need anything, they're there for you.
I like the center because on Tuesdays we learn about God, and I like that because we go in little groups and we discuss what we thought. And then on Thursdays we get to do what we want, listen to music, play a ball and stuff like that.
I just love to spend time with the kids. I hope and pray that there's something that I can do, something that I can say that can really touch these kids' hearts to make them want to have the desire to want to know the Lord better. That's really what it's all about, getting to know and love the Lord, teaching them about the Lord. We have fun too. From what I can tell, there's a lot of parents that are very happy with what we're doing down here. And I give all the credit to the Lord, and He just has blessed me and my family and the center tremendously in Midland.
It's amazing to me what they do here. Between the counseling and the mentoring and this homework help and all the things that you don't realize you're doing when you just spend time with these kids. We do church groups, study the Bible and talk about things that God wants us to learn about. And it's amazing, these kids and their insight into what that really means to them and in their world, and how they can try to take the teachings that Jen and Corey give them and incorporate that into sometimes a very not stable home environment or life. Very, very proud of the things they do.
Corey and Jen's attitude is that they've come to make a difference in the kids' lives, and I think the kids know that. Both their spiritual walk and their general life walk. And hopefully when they build some spiritual foundations into the kids, it helps them with their overall life decisions.
Jen and Corey are they're the best people ever. I can't explain in words how grateful I am for them. Jada said, they're my second parents. They take us, we ask to go somewhere, and they're yeah, let's go.
And Corey and Jen, they've done so much for me. They're always, seeing what they can do for us. And again, kind of speaking to my good friend Casey as well. And it's just been an honor, and I'm very grateful for this. In fact, this place has really benefited me more than maybe I've benefited the kids. So,
Corey and Jen, they're the reason for all of it, essentially.
It's just beautiful. What Corey and Jen have done here is, it's amazing. I'm sure they never believed it would turn into what it has turned into, but
Jen and Corey, they're a blessing. They truly are.
Jen, Corey's real good with people, and the clothing bank and the food bank's real helpful to a lot of us. If you need help, they're there for you. And
Corey and Jen have, personally, my mentors, done just a lot for the community, and just seeing how they love the kid and just love the things they do and how much I love Jesus Christ through what they do. It's taught me a lot about myself. It's taught me a lot about my own love for the kids, just a love for this community. And I mean, you hear all the time like, oh, you know, you're wearing a center shirt, that's awesome. Like, we love this, we love that community, we love what they're doing with the kids and everything else.
Jen and Corey, they're heaven sent. Again, yes, they have been there for me and my 2 kids, and I just love them. So, yes, I thank God for Corey and Jen.
Corey and Jen have done a wonderful job. They always start us with prayer, and we think that we are doing God's service by helping out those that we need.
So we think Corey and Jen are wonderful, and they're doing a great job down here.
Corey and Jen are amazing.
They are awesome. You can, it could be at midnight, and you can call Jen and Corey and say, hey, like, I've ran into this problem, and can you help me with any resources? And they're there for you. Like, they have, if they can't give you a number right then and there, they'll call you the next day and give you the number for anything you need, anything at all. Like food, clothes, a bed, book bags, anything at all that you need. Like, they're just absolutely wonderful. They help keep the kids out of trouble. They're always checking on the kids. They even come to the kids' graduations. They attend their football games, their basketball games, everything. Like, they treat the kids all like their family. They really do. It's amazing.
And Corey and Jen, they're very nice. Corey does yell at us when we're being bad, but he's nice, and it's really nice of them to do this for us because they know that some kids don't have food for the food bank and clothes, so it's really nice that they do that for us.
I think they're doing a great job out here. I know that they've done a lot out here, and I think it's really helped the community. I think it's really helped kids through a lot of hard times.
It's such an absolute pleasure to work with Jen and Corey. I've seen parents come and talk to Jen and Corey, and it just feels not like a parent youth center leader. It's more of a family.
Jen and Corey are a godsend to these kids. I don't think they even realize how far-reaching the teachings and the things that they do and how much these kids depend on the fact that Corey and Jen are here every single week.
Working with Jen and Corey, and it's a real pleasure to work with them. They're always encouraging, and it's just been a blast to work with them. I think the kids respect them and really, well, they love Corey and Jen.
What I was thinking about one day when I was coming over here is I was thinking about it's sort of a distressed neighborhood, and the center is almost like, it's like this protective bubble where there are certain rules about character. People learn about faith and trust and hope, and it's like a protective bubble. When these kids come in here, they know they're safe, and they know what the rules are. So when they go outside of this protective bubble, you know, they go out on the street or whatever with their parents, they know what's right, they know what they should do. Whether they do it or not, it may take time for them to say, this is something I remember this, I remember the center, I'm gonna make it a part of my life. The other thing is, you know, there's this whole issue, this whole black and white issue in our country today, and you know, I don't care what color the kids are or what nationality they are. We love the kids here, and what I think is really interesting is they may go out on the street, they may walk away from the center, they may walk away from the faith they learn here, but when they get on the street and some of their friends are talking about that white guy over there, they might say, you know what, I had a white guy love me, you know, and I see it working everywhere. All the people here, you know, everybody loves these kids.
Have any of you ever gotten so worried about something happened physically to your body? What was it? Stressed out, what happens?